All right, so we're gonna go ahead and make this mock draft, and the draft is April. Actually, all right, so we're gonna go ahead and make this mock draft, and the draft is actually April 26th through 28th. Right now, I think it's April 6th, so we're a good 20 days away. So I'm gonna go ahead and make this mock draft now before the draft actually comes, and I won't be able to make it no more. But apparently the Browns are the number one overall pick, and I've like read sources on ESPN.com and on NFL.com and NFL Network and all that good stuff. And apparently the Browns are going to be taking Josh Rosen with the number one overall pick. Now, let me tell you why. I can already tell you that the Browns will not be taking Baker Mayfield. After what happened with Johnny Manziel, I cannot see any possible way that they can take Baker Mayfield with the first overall pick. Now, they're going to stay safe and go with Johnny. As far as Sam Darnold, and I mean, yeah, he's maybe a little better than Josh Rosen, but he's a turnover machine. And you know, turnover machines, if you turn the ball over in college, you're going to be turning the ball over in the NFL. So I don't think they're going to pass on him. And I think he said that he doesn't even want to play for them. So why would they draft him if they have Josh Rosen? And as far as Josh Allen, I mean, yeah, he's big, strong, he's a great arm, but he went to Wyoming in the Mountain West Conference. I don't think they're going to be taking him over a Josh Rosen. So the Browns will be taking Josh Rosen with the number one overall pick. Now, the Giants select at number 2. They're also going to be taking a quarterback. Even though they do need a running back. I can't. This is retarded. Even though they do need a running back, but I just think they're going to be taking a quarterback because Eli seems like he's kind of on his way out. So I think that the Giants will be taking Sam Darnold with the number 2 overall pick. Now, the New York Jets just recently moved up from 6 to 3 to draft a quarterback. Now, I don't know why you would try to move up. Like, you might as well try to move up to number 1 because at 3, you're pretty much going to be getting the leftovers, but there's some good leftovers. So they're most definitely going to be taking Josh Allen over Baker Mayfield. So the top 3 picks are Josh Rosen, Sam Darnold, Josh Allen. The Browns at number 4 will be taking best player available, which is Saquon Barkley. So they're going to be getting Rosen and Barkley for their first overall picks. The Broncos, they need a cornerback because they just replaced Aqib Talib this offseason. So I think that they will be taking Denzel Ward from Ohio State because they just traded, or did they cut him? No, they traded Aqib Talib. Yeah, they traded him, so they definitely need to replace him with another cornerback, and I think Denzel Ward is the perfect candidate. Now, as far as the Colts, Andrew Luck is coming back this year. He missed all of last season due to like various injuries, but he's coming back this year, and their number one problem was they were unable to protect him. So I could see the Colts most definitely drafting offensive linemen with the 6th overall pick. Now, they're going to take best guard available. They're going to take a tackle. I think they'll be taking Orlando. Wait, hold up. There he is. They're going to be taking Orlando. Where is he? Orlando Brown from Oklahoma. He's a very good tackle. No, not Minkah Fitzpatrick. Oh, shit. Orlando Brown. Now the Buccaneers, they do need a running back. They just got rid of Doug Martin. But they also need a cornerback and a defensive lineman. But I do think they're going to take... Yeah, they're not going to take a running back. Because really, besides Saquon Barkley, he's the only running back that I would take in the top 10. So they're going to go defensive back. Or maybe they might go... They need a defensive lineman. Bradley Chubb is pretty good. Darren Payne. No, they're going to take Darren Payne with the 7th overall pick because he is a very good defensive lineman with Alabama. Let's see. The Bears definitely need linebacker, offensive lineman. I think they're going to go linebacker. This guy, Rasheem. No, where's that guy from Georgia? He's going to be the first linebacker. I don't know where he is. There he is. This guy No, wait, where is he? All right, let's go to what is all this on the screen? This is why I don't like using this on Xbox One because it's real glitchy. But I tried to record on my PC, but it was all kinds of fucked up. So They're gonna go this guy Raquan Smith. Like when I saw him in these past college football playoffs, like this guy jumped off my screen. This guy he is a perfect defensive linebacker in the NFL. He was making tackle after tackle. He was, he has great recovery speed. This guy is an NFL linebacker. The Bears will be taking him with the 8th overall pick. The 40, really? All right, so the 49ers need a cornerback, offensive lineman, and I want to say a defensive lineman, but they just gave Jimmy Garoppolo a fuck ton of money, so I think they're going to be wise to take an offensive lineman to protect them because they don't have the greatest offensive line. So I could probably see them drafting Quentin Nelson. This is a great guard from Notre Dame. Let's see, the Oakland Raiders, okay, so John Gruden is now the coach, and when he was coaching back in like the early 2000s, John Gruden was all defense. Like, even though he did his little quarterback camps and all that, I mean, it's cool and everything, but no, he's a defensive coach. The Raiders have some glaring defensive needs, so they're definitely drafting defense. So I think, and they have needs on their entire defense with defensive lineman, linebacker, safety, cornerback. So I feel like they're going to take best player available defensively at this point. Oh my God, I cannot control this. They're going to take best defensive player. I think they're going to take maybe a cornerback. I could see them taking Minkah Fitzpatrick. No. They're going to go with a defensive lineman. And I could see them taking Bradley Chubb with the 10th overall pick. Now, the Miami Dolphins, they're definitely going with a wide receiver in the first round because they just traded Jarvis Landry to the Cleveland Browns. So they definitely need to replace him. Even though, yeah, they could use a quarterback, but I think Ryan Tannehill can still play a little bit. He just got to stay healthy. But they're going to go, they're going to draft a quarterback maybe in the second round. But in the first round, they're going to take a wide receiver. And I think Calvin Ridley is the best wide receiver in this draft. So they're definitely taking him with the 11th overall pick. So I got Calvin Ridley going to the Miami Dolphins. Let's see. The Buffalo Bills need a quarterback because they just traded Tyrod Taylor. So they really don't have. What was that one guy that was throwing all those picks? What was his name? I forgot what his name. He was straight booty crack. I forgot what his name was, but yeah, he was so trash. They're definitely going quarterback, and at this point, the only quarterback available is Baker Mayfield. And Baker Mayfield, I feel like is the best quarterback in this draft, but he's not going to go top 5 because of his off-the-field issues, and he just needs to prove himself. But I think the Buffalo Bills will be taking Baker Mayfield with the 12th overall pick. And they have their quarterback. If he can stay out of trouble, he should be good. Now the Washington Redskins. When I watch, I'm from around. I live in Maryland currently. Right now, I'm in Baltimore County, but I was born and raised in Southern Maryland, close to DC, Redskins country. And I watched the Redskins a lot this year, and they have a glaring need on defense. Their defense is very bad. So I think they're gonna go cornerback. Someone to pair with Josh Norman. I think they're going to take Minkah Fitzpatrick from Alabama because Josh Norman's a great corner, but he's really their only good corner. So teams can kind of just like not throw to his side and just because like the other cornerbacks won't step up, so they can just attack them. So when you pair a good cornerback like Minkah Fitzpatrick with Josh Norman, that would be pretty good. The Packers definitely are going to draft a wide receiver in the first round because they just got rid of Jordy Nelson, but I don't know why. Maybe it was money reasons, but I mean that's the stupidest thing. But they're going to draft a wide receiver in the first round to kind of replace him, and I think the best receiver is this guy DJ Moore from Maryland. This guy is really good. They're definitely going to be taking him with the 14th overall pick. Now the Cardinals most definitely need quarterback, but they don't. It's no quarterbacks available at this point. I think the best one available right now is Lamar Jackson. And would you take him with in the first round? I don't think so. And they do have Sam Bradford, but history tells you that Sam Bradford's not gonna stay healthy. So I think they're just gonna go offensive lineman. Or they could go they could draft Lamar, but nah, he's not a first round pick. Nah. He's not. I wouldn't take him with a first round pick. He's not ready yet. He's gonna be ready like in 2 years, but nah. And didn't their coach retire? Oh, they in trouble. But they're probably gonna draft offensive lineman. I could probably see this. Maybe Will Hernandez or Isaiah Wynn. Yeah, I think maybe Isaiah Wynn going to the Arizona Cardinals. They're gonna draft linemen. Now the Ravens. Right now, I live in Baltimore County, and the Ravens aren't completely. The fans aren't completely done with Joe Flacco, but they're kind of teetering. He needs to step up a little bit. But I always thought he was overrated. But they definitely need a tight end. Dennis Pitta is done. He's not playing anymore, so they're gonna draft tight end. I think they're gonna take this guy, Mike Gesicki, the best tight end in the draft from Penn State, for the 16th overall pick. San Diego Chargers, they do need to draft a successor for Phillips because he is kind of on the decline, but there's no quarterbacks that I would draft in the first round at this point. So, with that being said, they're probably going to go offensive lineman. No. They're going to go, offensive lineman, and they're going to take Will Hernandez. Seattle Seahawks. Now, they just got rid of Richard Sherman and Brandon Browner, so they're definitely, their biggest need is cornerback. So, they're definitely going to spend this first pick with a quarterback, and I think they're going to be taking Josh Jackson from Iowa. This guy is a interception machine. He's a ball hawk, very good cornerback. They're taking him with the 18th overall pick. Dallas Cowboys need a receiver because I don't know about that Dez Bryant anymore because he kind of booty crack, and they really don't have anybody else. So, but is there any receivers at this point that they could take? No, so I think they're going to go defense. They may go with a linebacker because, they're going to go with this guy, Tremaine Imdues, or whatever his name is, because he's the best linebacker at this point. And Sean Lee's always hurt, and you notice when Sean Lee gets hurt, their defense doesn't play well, so they need depth at linebacker. So they're going to take this linebacker in the first round, just because there's no receivers available. Now, the Detroit Lions most definitely need a running back because they have the worst running game I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't know if they just don't have a running back that's good or they just don't want to run the ball, but I feel like they need to run the ball more just to give Matthew Stafford a little more help. Because, it's either the passing game or they fail. So they're going to draft the running back. And this guy, Ronald Jones from USC, this guy is really good. He's something special. He's fast, quick. He has great vision. So they're going to be taking him with the 20th overall pick. Cincinnati Bengals. I don't really know. I don't follow this team like that. They really don't need any skill position players. They need offensive linemen, defensive linemen, linebackers. Maybe they may go D-line. They're going to go D-line. And they may go with Taven Bryant from Florida. Yeah, they may go Taven Bryant. Let's see. The Buffalo Bills need a wide receiver, offensive lineman. They already drafted Baker Mayfield, so they definitely got to get some help around them. They could use a wide receiver. So I want to say, but there's not really anybody else left. I mean, they could take Deion Kane, but because you do want to get some weapons around. They don't have a good offensive line though. So they may go with a center. No, they're going to go with a tackle, Mike, whatever this guy name is, Mike Munchak. They're going to go with him. Just to give Baker Mayfield some more protection because their offensive line is good. Now, my favorite team, the New England Patriots, is my Road Dogs, but they don't need a quarter. Well, they could use a quarterback as Tom Brady's successor, but Brady said he's going to play 5 more years, and I believe him. He's playing. He just won MVP, 40 years old, so he's not showing any signs of slowing down. So they're not going to draft a quarterback in the first round. If anything, they have 2 second-round picks, so they're going to draft a quarterback then and groom him like they did Jimmy Garoppolo. But with their first round picks, they're gonna go defense because that defense was fucking awful in the Super Bowl. So they're gonna go defense, and they just lost Malcolm Butler, so they're gonna go cornerback. And there's no cornerbacks left. Maybe Carlton Davis from Auburn, Mike Hughes. What about a defensive lineman? They could use that. Rasheem Green from USC, he's pretty good. Maurice Hurst. They don't need defensive lineman. They need defensive end. But they need a cornerback though. They just lost Butler. They don't have any cornerbacks. They just got Jason McCourty, but nah. Maybe they go Carlton Davis from. Oh no, they're gonna go linebacker Rashawn Evans. This is a great linebacker from Alabama to pair with Dante Hightower. Because, I mean, really, the Patriots got needs on defense all over the place. Linebacker, defensive lineman, cornerback. So you can kind of go either way. But I think he's the best player on defense available at this point. So Rashawn Evans, they're going to be drafting him with the 23rd overall pick. Carolina Panthers, defensive lineman, cornerback, wide receiver. They definitely need a receiver for Cam Newton. But I don't think they're going to draft that. I think they're going to draft defensive lineman. So I think they're going to go ahead and go with this guy from Washington, Vita Vea. He's pretty good, so they're going to draft him. Tennessee Titans. They need defensive lineman, wide receiver, linebacker. They don't really need a linebacker. Wide receiver, yeah, they kind of do need that. Defensive lineman, maybe. They might go defensive lineman because there's no receivers at this point that are actually really good. Maybe who's the best player available? Derwin James? No, they're not. They don't need a safety. Harold Landry, Justin Reed. I want to say they're gonna go. Oh, maybe Rasheem Green from USC. They do need some pass rush. Yeah, they're gonna go with him. The Atlanta Falcons wide receiver and who else they need? They need They need a defensive lineman. Yeah, they're definitely taking defensive lineman. They're gonna take this guy from Michigan. They're gonna go best D lineman available. The Saints. Well, I don't need no damn cornerback. What the quarterback? What the fuck are you talking about? Wide receiver? Not really. They need a tight end. They don't have a tight end on the roster that's really good, so they're gonna go tight end. The guy from Notre. Wait, who's the best tight end available at this point? Maybe they can go with the guy from South Carolina, but no, he's not very good. Wide receivers? They could go wide receiver in the first round. Maybe they might take. Nah, I don't see them going. They're not gonna go receiver. They're gonna go probably tight end, and they're gonna take Halen Hurst. No, there's really no tight ends available that they can really. I guess they can go with the guy from South Carolina. I guess. I don't know what the Saints are going to draft. Now the Pittsburgh Steelers definitely need to replace Ron Shazier because I'm not sure if he's not going to play again, but I doubt it because that injury was scary, and I wouldn't play if I was him because this dude he couldn't move his legs. So they're definitely drafting defense because their defense isn't very good. Now, as far as linebacker and safety, it's going to be either a linebacker or safety. They may take best available. They might go with Derwin James. The Jaguars are most definitely taking wide receiver because they don't have one. I mean, they need a quarterback because Blake Bortles a straight booty crack, but they paid him money, so he's their quarterback. They have a good running back. They have decent offensive line. Defense is excellent. They don't need a linebacker. What are they talking about? They're going wide receiver. So they're going to go with Deion Kane from Clemson. Minnesota Vikings, and they could use a cornerback or they could use offensive linemen. They just got Kirk Cousins out. You figured they want to protect them. But their line's actually pretty good, though, so they only need offensive linemen. They need a cornerback because that's probably the weakest part of their defense is the cornerback, so they may draft somebody. New England Patriots, the 31st overall pick, they're definitely going defense. They're going to draft a quarterback, but not in the first round. I can't see Bill Belichick doing something like that. They may trade out, and the Vikings may trade out too, but this is just a mock draft. You don't really know you can't predict trades. Like, you can only just wait till they happen. But the Patriots are going to go best defensive player available. And at this point, they definitely need to replace Malcolm Butler, so they're probably going to take Mike Hughes from Central Florida. And the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles, hurts my heart to say that because I'm a big Patriots fan, but they deserved it. They beat them fair and square. But running back, tight end, linebacker, they may just go best available. Or they may trade out. I want to say They could. Nah, they have a safety. They may just go. They have running backs. They don't need a running back. Tight end. They don't need a tight end. I mean, the Eagles are loaded. They really don't need anything. They're probably gonna trade out. But if I had to pick, they're probably gonna draft. Maybe there's no lineman available. Maybe a running back. They have two good running backs. They don't need a running back. Tight end? No, then they have Brett's whatever his name is. That good tight end they got. Forgot what his name is, but maybe a center. No, they have a good center. I mean, I guess they might go just best available. Just go ahead and go with the Harold Landry. He's an edge rusher they can use as a rotational player, or maybe Justin Reed from Stanford. Yeah, I guess they can go with an edge rusher. They can use more pass rush. So yeah, that's my mock draft. I think that the Browns are going to be taking Josh Rosen with the #1 overall pick. I think the New York Giants will be taking Sam Darnold with the 2nd overall pick. The New York Jets will be taking Josh Allen with the 3rd pick. The Browns will be taking Saquon Barkley with the 4th pick. The Broncos will be taking Denzel Ward with the 5th pick. The Colts will be taking Orlando Brown with the 6th pick. The Buccaneers will be taking De'Aaron Payne with the 7th pick. The Bears will be taking Roquan Smith with the 8th pick. Let me see. The 49ers will be taking Quentin Nelson with the 9th pick. The Raiders will be taking Bradley Chubb with the 10th pick. Okay, hold up. Really? The Dolphins will be taking Calvin Ridley with the 11th pick. The Bills will be taking Baker Mayfield with the 12th pick. The Redskins will be taking Minkah Fitzpatrick with the 13th pick. The Packers will be taking DJ Moore with the 14th pick. The Cardinals will be taking Isaiah Wynn with the 15th pick. The Ravens will be taking Mike Jazinkic with the I can't pronounce that name with the 16th pick. The Chargers will be taking Will Hernandez with the 17th pick. The Seahawks will be taking Josh Jackson with the 18th pick. And let's see, the Cowboys will be taking Tremaine Edmonds with the 19th pick. The Lions will be taking Ronald Jones with the 20th pick. The 21st pick, Cincinnati Bengals will be Taven Bryant. The Buffalo Bills with the 22nd overall pick will be taking Mike Majinski. I don't know what his name is. The Patriots with the 23rd pick will be taking Rashaan Evans. And then the Panthers will be taking Rasheem Green with the 24th pick. The Tennessee Titans will be taking Vita Vea with the 25th pick. The Atlanta Falcons will be taking Hayden Hurst with the 26th pick. The New Orleans Saints will be taking Maurice Hurst with the, the 27th pick. The Steelers will be taking Derwin James. Derwin James? Wait, hold up. Derwin James with the 28th pick. The the Jaguars will be taking Deion Kane. Really? What happened? Okay, they'll be taking Wait. No, hold up. I really just messed up. Deion Kane with the 29th pick. The Vikings will be drafting Carlton Davis. Patriots will be drafting Mike Hughes. And the Eagles will be drafting Harold Landry. And that's my mock draft. If you agree with it, leave a comment. If you disagree with it, let me know and see let me know who you think is going #1 overall. I think it's going to be Josh Rosen. I mean, maybe Sam Darnold, but yeah, that's about it.